want to apologize to the people just in case you're used to our normal schedule. We are running a bit late. That's my fault. I got out of work late and we're up against a time crunch. But the important part is that we are still doing a show that we're still going to give you our DFS picks and some best strategy. Now, what we thought would be most beneficial for you guys is just to go through our favorite captain picks, some basic decisions that we made when it comes to the the showdowns, and then we'll kind of correlate that together with a two-game lineup. So, because I like what Gov did last week, where we went game by game. So basically, we can look at each game and then talk about our favorite plays in that game, and then maybe some showdown strategy off of it. So if we looked at this first game, New England and Denver. Is there? Go ahead.
Let's just address the elephant in the room. Do you even think? Do you trust Denver's offense at all? Because going into last week, when we talked about that game, Denver-Buffalo, our agreement was that both defenses are good, but not sure if they're elite. Yeah. Both offenses are good, but inconsistent. And what we got was the high end of both offenses against each other in a 30-30 game. Denver's offense has to be even more inconsistent now, right?
I don't think so. I think Sean Payton has basically overcome a lot of Bo Nix's inefficiencies, and I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he's elevated because of that scheme, and I think if Stidham is so liked in that scheme and was a priority, he was actually Sean Payton's first free agent signing. Sean Payton made him a priority when he went to Denver to get Stidham in there. I'm not saying Stidham's great. I just don't know if it's a downgrade from Bo Nix.
So, my thought is it has to be a bit of a downgrade. Otherwise, you would have just set Bo Nix for him to get better later. So, now, could the downgrade be the ceiling as opposed to consistency? That's entirely possible. So maybe Denver's offense will still function fine, but realistically, they're only going to put up 20 to 24. They're not. If you put up 30 on them, it's over.
Right. I still think, and we'll get Donnie's opinion here in a minute, I still think Bo Nix is more of a weapon. He's more exciting. He can do different things. He offers more versatility and variety, and so that's why he won the jump. But I don't think he's worlds of better than Stidham, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I'm obviously biased. I won some money on Stidham. He was obviously a prospect I liked, and I do think I have found lineups basically with that savings that does make the difference. So I will have some Stidham lineups. Donnie, what's your take?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm biased, and I try to take the bias as much as possible out. I think I do a good job at that. But my thing, I don't even think it's as much as a question of Stidham as the offense has been inconsistent, which we all know that. Even if Stidham is the same, do we think those receivers are going to be able to do much against these corners? I don't think they can. So how much will fall on Stidham if, he just has to dump it down and not turn the ball over because the corners are really good?
I mean, that's the Denver offense.
Denver offense is not going to be there.
I don't think they need the deep shots. Bo Nix has been super inconsistent hitting those deep shots all year. They have been winning not hitting that stuff. I don't think it's necessary. Also, let's really pump your bias. You have one corner I'm afraid of. That's it. The rest of your secondary is good. Not something I'm game planning around.
Marcus Jones is a great slot corner.
Not something I'm game planning around. Christian Gonzalez, I'll game plan around. The rest of it, you just better go. Sutton better go out and beat Mike Jackson when he gets his one-on-one. Mims better go out and get open on that deep ball when he's on him. That's what it's going to be. Not, here's how we're going to scheme to get you open against that guy. No, you got to go beat that dude.
Yeah, you got to beat
Christian Gonzalez is the one you scheme around.
Right. No. That's the thing. Carlton Davis if Carlton Davis has a good game, they can't pass against them. And we know nobody can run against them.
But that would regardless of Stidham.
Right.
What you're saying would be the case if Josh Allen was playing them. If Mahomes was playing them.
Well,
like that's just what it is. And you can't expect. I'm saying pump the bias because I don't expect that from New England in this game. Like, yes, it's the AFC title game. You would hope that they're going to play their best football of the year. But I don't think they're going to play their best football on both sides of the ball. Mm-hmm. And I don't think New England's defense has been something that has been crazy good all year. Very, 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 very solid. Not saying they're bad. Probably top 10 defense. But again, they were not top 2 or 3 last week. When we were down to 8 teams, I still didn't have New England's defense more than like 3rd or 4th at best. And so
that's why discussions like this are important, because if Donnie really thinks the Patriots are this dominant, and I'm more on your side, Gov, where it's like they're good.
I have the Patriots winning the game. Caveat.
See, I think Denver can. Like, I have a very close game. I took the spread with Denver because I didn't think 4.5 is too much. But the way Donnie's talking
yesterday, you really missed out. I tried to text you about it.
It's been at 5.5 most of the week.
Yeah, it's been switching. So now I'm waiting to see if it actually goes to 6.
It will stay at 4.5. It will stay at 4.5.
But Donnie, you're talking like the Patriots are going to rout the Denver Broncos, like they're going to win by like 13.
No, I think it's going to be the Patriots' offense is inconsistent because they've been all playoffs long, and the Denver offense is inconsistent. It doesn't have to be a rout. There's 2 good defenses.
That's where I'll give you a little bit of pushback. Like, here's where you should be a little
lot of crap.
New England has had a near MVP level offense all year.
Not in the playoffs.
So far, not yet. But he's also who's New England played so far this year? They played what?
The
Houston, which is probably one of the best defenses in the league, and they played the Chargers, who has one of the better coaches in the playoffs. And a defensive-minded head coach. Like, whether or not the Chargers' defense was very good, they were going to be schemed well and disciplined because of Harbaugh. And then you go up against what might have been the best defense in the playoffs in Houston. So, yeah, your offense hasn't looked great. But throughout the course of the regular season, they did. So if I'm not playing them against an elite defense, which is where I put Denver, not an elite defense. Good, not elite.
Not elite.
But they're good at rushing the passer. Surtain's as much of a shutdown corner as I've seen Gonzalez be this year. But, again, close.
Yeah, no, the thing is that it's the pressure rates. Like, the Denver hits the quarterback so much, and Drake May's really struggled against pressure, and Will Campbell's been
you have definitely given up a few sacks that I was not expecting. For as good of the offense as New England has been this year, you have taken a lot of sacks.
Super explosive offense, but, man, that left side of the line needs help.
It is true. It does match up very well for what the Denver defense does. I'm kind of with Gov, though. I think both defenses are good, but I think the perception of what we think of a Mike Vrabel defense and what we've thought about the Denver Broncos defense in the past has overinflated what they actually are now. And people are afraid to admit it because if they admit it, then they think you're taking a shot. I still think they're in that good, above average to good category. I just don't think they're elite like some people do. But the way you described that description, Donnie, was like Denver's basically going to fail and the Patriots are going to cover 13. That's not what you're saying, though, right?
Wow. No, I think the Denver will fail and the Patriots will have to score like 24 and they'll be out of there like in a 24-17 game.
I think that's the kind of game Denver can still win, which would
that's why I'm
lean towards covering.
Yeah.
Whoa! I would love for this to be a rout. Believe me. But I'm nervous.
Let's also be honest, though, Gov, with the Stidham thing. Part of the whole, will Stidham, won't Stidham, what is Stidham? He's only played, 19 games in his 6 years. We don't really know. And then, the sample size we do have is, with the Raiders and so many years ago or preseason, in which preseason and playoffs don't, you can't compare it. That's two different fruits. You can't compare that at all. So the truth is, we're just in an unknown time period where it's what do we do now? This isn't ideal for them. They have a backup, but he is obviously comfortable with Sean Payton's system. And there was rumors, that they were going to start Stidham and basically that Bo Nix won that job his rookie year. And they started him. So I don't know what to make of it. I mean, I'm obviously biased as well because I want to see the upside ceiling of it. I have seen it at times, but the sample size of what we've seen isn't really enough to tell anything.
Yeah, and I can't even say he's played in 19 games, Logan. I know one of his appearances in the game, he played one play, threw a pick six, and got benched for Brady again. That doesn't count as playing. I'm sorry.
Well, that's it. I think he has only 3 starts. He actually
4 starts, 1 and 3 in starts. His only win came in a 16-9 victory, I think it was.
Yeah. So. Then you see a guy for the Vikings, Mac Brosmer, get starts. So, starting in the league isn't some kind of that isn't going to guarantee you have talent at this point either. So, I don't know what to make of it. I think Stidham has the ability to win this game, but that would just be a guess.
The problem, Stidham, the way he plays, he's not going to play conservative. He's going to be him, and that might be a good thing, but it also could loosen the game.
He is more of a gunslinger than Nix, but obviously he doesn't got the rushing upside as Nix. And I think that, again, just to mention it quickly, the versatility is what made him different. Gov, anything else standing out about this game?
Well, I'm just looking at the showdown right now for it, and without you guys looking, who would you say are the top 3 priced guys?
I already have looked at all these. I built my lineups.
I don't remember. I did take a brief look. I'm gonna
just forget looking. Who would you put as the top 3 priced guys
in just this game?
Just this game.
May, Mondre, and I don't know who the third would be. Probably just go the other quarterback and say Stidham would be my top 3.
To me,
you wouldn't put Diggs there.
No, I wouldn't. I would have Stidham over Diggs, just price point wise.
To me, it would be May, Stidham, and Sutton.
Well, it's Harvey is the third guy.
Is it? The reason
I was honestly surprised that Ramondre was up there. I think that's based off of the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's not based off the whole season.
It is.
It's not based off the whole season, but he's the hot hand right now. Over the last month, he's probably played the best football of his life. He's the starting running back, clearly. So.
But that's kind of to Gov's point. They're overinflating the last 5 weeks, and they've been magnificent. To your point, it's just that might be a bit of a reach.
And McDaniels always does this. He's going to feed the hot hand. Whoever is working, he's going to play. So if Mondre could get pulled if Henderson has 2 big runs, and then it's a Henderson day. You just don't know.
Which is why I think Stevenson is too high priced, in my opinion. That's what would scare me is that Henderson could easily get the run. If Stevenson fumbled one time. The other scary part about this showdown for me, Gov, is they're talking J.K. Dobbins might actually get some actual good usage in this game and come off.
That'd be stupid of them to do that. If they do that, that is the signal at the start of the game that Sean Payton's given up and knows they're not winning that game.
Apparently, he's had back-to-back practices, so this Friday...
Doesn't matter if you start J.K. Dobbins and play him a lot in this game. You are saying you are not winning any more games. There is no question.
Well. J.K. was playing very well when he played.
J.K. was always a gap until Harvey was ready. His injury history and everything about his career said that. That's all
I agree, but you play the body.
You don't put him back in a playoff run if you think you have a shot.
You realize McLaughlin's still getting play, right?
Right, and so if Dobbins gets the 8 carries that McLaughlin gets, that's fine. If Dobbins starts and gets 20, you gave up.
Oh, that would be a silly choice. I agree, but I don't know.
It's not just a silly choice. It's a literal waving the white flag from the first play. You might as well let Shaheed score a kick return touchdown. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, when I said start, though, I want to be clear. I'm not saying that Dobbins would outsnap.
If he gets significant carries, white flag. Even if he doesn't get the start carries, if he gets more than the backup Joe McLaughlin 8 carries, it's white flag.
I think he would. I would project him if he's activated. I think Sean Payton likes him. I think he gets at least 10 touches.
Yeah, I would say 8 to 10 carries is what I'd expect from Dobbins if he plays, or 8 to 10 touches, whether it's in receiving game or.
And that's the max I'd want to see from him in a game if you think.
So I don't know what he is in Showdown, but that's
he's actually pretty expensive. He's like 78, I believe.
Because he's 4K in the 2-gamer.
I wouldn't play him at all. I just
Dobbins is only 4K in the Showdown.
Oh, he's only okay. Maybe I was thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking of someone else then.
I'm just saying. I think that will gain a lot of.
But that does put him $2,000 ahead of McLaughlin and any of the other guys.
Yeah. That could be a pivot point for that.
It even puts him ahead of Evan Ingram, who yeah. Again, I think that's a trap.
Before we move to our next game, what's everyone's favorite captain? Like, not even considering price, just who do you think is the guy who's going to go off today or tomorrow?
A hot-handed running back from New England.
Yeah. Okay. So
I don't know which one, but I would say Ramondre or Henderson would be my favorites. Henderson is much, much cheaper, so I'm probably going to go with that for the Showdown.
And I would lean into Stidham. Just the unknown, I think his ownership will be lower than it should be. Obviously, quarterback touches the ball the most, so they have the ability to get the most points. And then, they have the highest floor as well. So I think I would just play into the unknown. Because then I could get a Stidham, I could get a May, I could still get a lot of nice pieces around it.
Yeah. See, I would just go, don't get cute about it. Just play the best player on the board. Play Drake May at captain. If you wanted to be cute and different, I assume it looks like he's going to play Mac Hollins and hope he gets the red zone touchdown and the little other check down touches. But those would be my only two on my radar.
And Gov, you're saying you wouldn't touch J.K. Dobbins at all, even if he's activated today?
Even if he's activated. He's just too expensive at that point. Again, I'm giving him McLaughlin touches, and he's $2,000 more expensive. I'd rather play a kicker. I'd rather play a defense.
I think he's better play in the 2-gamer where he's 4K, because that 4K...
I don't think he's a good play at all, period, point blank. Done.
I'm with you. Not a good play. Activated, or if he's activated, it just makes Harvey a worse play.
If I wouldn't play
for sure.
In this slate, I'm not playing. Because
that's a good call. It does affect Harvey a lot.
All right. Are we ready for the next game?
Yeah, we are. Where are you guys with the Sam Darnold discussion? Because I think he looked all right, but he didn't have to do much in that game. So a lot of people are like, well, that didn't really prove much, but he's obviously banged up. So if he doesn't have to prove much, he's not actually going to prove it. So, but I just, it's hard for me to believe that he's that limited that we're still worried about it. Am I wrong?
Here's my thing. Name one good game he's had against the Rams over the last few years. The answer is there isn't one. He's never played well against the Rams. But also the Rams defense has slowed down. The Rams don't look like they did a month ago. So I'm so lost on this game. I don't know what I think about this game. I don't even know who's going to win. Seattle's defense is so good that it could be a Shaheed touchdown again. The defense plays decent and it's over.
But on that flip side, Donnie, it's kind of the same storyline for both of these teams. They've looked great at points. They've looked lost and confused and totally, discombobulated at times, because JSN at times this season has looked like the best receiver. And now he is kind of in this void where it's he hasn't had a bad game, but he hasn't led his team or really had that breakout moment in quite some time. I think the last really good game he had was against the Rams back in week 6 or 7, if memory holds. So these teams are both kind of in the same precipice for me, where they're good teams. We know they're good, but they've also had these big slides where I don't know what to expect from them.
If Darnold's gonna pumpkin, it will be this week. If he's gonna turn into old Sam Darnold, it's this week.
Yeah.
He struggles against the Rams. If he can manage to win this game through, let's say he goes 22 of 30, has 2 touchdowns, no picks, even a pick, that's good enough. I think that should be good enough. no Charbonnet is huge.
Oh yeah, Walker's the jam in lineups.
Yeah, you have to have Walker. I don't know if you have to captain him, but at minimum you have to have him.
I think that's my favorite captain. I mean, I know we're a bit short on time in some areas, so if we're going to just say who are our favorite captains, like Walker is by far my favorite captain.
Walker or Adams for me.
Walker and Adams are probably the guys, yeah.
And Adams, you're kind of hoping for that potential that we've hoped for many weeks in our lineups. If you guys have followed along, we have been putting Adams in our lineup just because he has such a touchdown upside. He has such a good rapport with Matthew Stafford. But whether it be Matthew Stafford's injuries or his injuries coming back from hamstring, they haven't looked the same. The Rams offense hasn't looked the same.
Also, my sneaky play of the week for the showdown specifically, especially, Ferguson. I think he had 6 targets last week. He's only 2,800. Just one of the Rams tight ends. One of the Rams.
He's a better play than Higbee. I was just going to mention that too. If you didn't, Donnie, and Ferguson dropped a touchdown like late in that game. Like Stafford looked for tight ends in the red zone, so that's a good shout out.
Yeah, I just said the cheapest of the 3. I know Higbee had 7. I think Ferguson had 6 or 7. And the odd man out was, which changes every week, whoever gets the targets. But I'm just going to go the cheapest guy who's gotten high volume before.
Gov, what do you think? Because I guess this whole slate to me, whether it be the first game or second game, there's a lot of good, exciting unknowns. Like a lot of good things could happen, but I don't know if I trust any of it to happen.
This is just this game, honestly, one should be the better of the 2 games in my opinion.
Yeah, it should be.
That being said, it'll probably be the worst. Like this is the game where I see the offense that could happen, which means this will be the 10-3 game. Like I could see Darnold just. I've had a bias in thinking Darnold's going to pumpkin for like a month now. So like I still think it's going to happen, which means it's not. And then there's the whole likely scenario of the Rams win, but Stafford throws his back out, and we get Garoppolo versus Stidham in the freaking Super Bowl.
Patriot Legends.
Patriot Legends, and the Patriots aren't in the Super Bowl. That means right?
But talking about a Super Bowl matchup of 2 actual MVPs, because we talked about the pumpkins, like there was times, and Gov mentioned it earlier in the show, where May looked fantastic, was driving this Patriots offense, and they looked, like a dominant force. There was times where Matthew Stafford looked like, he was far and away the best MVP. And then he gets his finger injured, and he hasn't looked the same. Maybe that's weather concerns, like with Chicago, or different things like that. I'm getting a bit of an echo on your end, Donnie.
What?
It's echoing pretty bad on my end, so I don't know what's coming through.
I thought it was my end for a second, too.
I think we might be good now. I just want to make sure because but so that we talk about these quarterbacks that could pumpkin. Well, Matthew Stafford and Drake May at any drop of the hat could just like get real exciting and put up a show. I don't know what to like. Is it Adams? Because Adams has basically 0 points in the first, second, and third quarter of that game, and then the fourth quarter shows up again. But he also could get 3 touchdowns in this championship game and be a guy you had to have. So I don't know what to make of it.
See, I think I'm just going to play the guy who has the highest ceiling, I think, or the guy who can get 3 touchdowns in Adams and try to jam in the other guys. But it could fail. I mean, we all know that.
Yeah, because we saw what was against Gov's Panthers, we saw Puka Nacua was a must-have guy. Like, if you told me, oh, yeah, he's going to put up 35 and he's going to be a must-play guy, I would not be surprised. But then JSN, who's kind of not been that guy in quite some time, could easily turn himself into that guy. Or it could be Adams. So I think this is a very exciting week to watch football, but to actually commit to a lineup and to commit to something, I think there's a lot of unknowns, which is good for DFS because we could see a lot of variance.
Now, do we want to move on to the full lineup builder itself?
I think we should.
Yeah, we should do that. This lineup here should serve us just fine.
Gov, what was your favorite captain pick? Was it Adams and Walker?
Oh, between both games or just this one?
This one.
I think it's going to be Adams just because I think the Rams win.
Okay.
But if you have Seattle winning, I'd go Walker.
Yeah.
That's where I was at, too. That's how I tiebreakered.
My problem is I want at least one of those two in the lineup, if not both. And if I get both and a quarterback, I have to fade Puka and JSN.
Yeah, that's scary.
That's scary, yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. There's so many cool options, but there's a lot of unknowns about those options. So I think Adams is the highest upside captain because he could really just have 2 touchdowns. It would not surprise any of us. In terms of the 2-gamer side, I'm so used to so many games to choose from. What is some of the main things that we'd want to do with this lineup, given what we've already talked about?
I think you go money saver at tight end and put Ferguson.
I'm okay with that.
That's how
If you want to put in a value dude, the other guy I like is probably Humphrey from Denver because he would have worked the most with Stidham on the practice squad.
Well, my only pushback is Franklin should play and Pat Bryant should play. But Pat
Agreed,
Bryant
but this has nothing to do. If everyone was healthy in the middle of the regular season, I'd still be wanting to play Humphrey because he's the dude playing with Stidham on the practice squad all year.
Fair.
He's got the best rapport with him, regardless of him being the 4th-string wide receiver on talent-wise. I'll take the dude with the best rapport to maybe get 2 or 3 extra targets.
I see what you're saying. It's risky, but I almost think we almost need to lean into the risk because you got to get different. I do think this start makes us different, and we can basically just
now we can just fill it in with whatever we really think we like,
so,
and they
so
can be
we
chalk. If we wanted to go
canine.
with a Stafford double on top of this, we could.
We obviously canine, right?
Yeah, Ken Walker.
Ken Walker is a must.
Clear in. And then I'd like to get in one of the New England running backs. Which one
I'm
do you
leaning
like?
Mondre.
Let's go Mondre.
I'll trust you on Stevenson.
Yep. All right, that's a good start. 2 solid running backs should get work.
He also
2
gets a lot more
pro plays that we're hoping hits with Ferg and Humphrey from each game.
Donnie mentioned it though with Denver getting pressure on Bo Nix. Or not Bo Nix, May. And I do think that we could see more running back dump-offs if Drake May is under pressure. So I don't mind that at all. Anything that you guys want to do at receiver?
If we captained Adams, doesn't that mean we have to put him in?
Well, I didn't captain.
I'd like to get – okay, well, let's see. Our captains from the first game were going to be Ramondre or – who was our Denver captain?
Denver would have been Stidham or Sutton, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then in this game it's Adams and Walker. So can we put in Adams and Sutton?
I think so. We might be playing Stidham, but I think we can do it.
Okay, so
we could just play cheapest defense and hope Denver gets a strip sack or something.
If we put the cheapest defense in, we have 8,700, so we can do it.
We could afford Puka and or JSN. We could afford JSN.
We have 87 per?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have all the money in the world. Never mind. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking we're kind of strapped. No, we can do whatever we want at quarterback and then our flex.
Yeah. Should we just JSN Stafford?
I think if we're doing Stafford, we need to stack him with more than Adams and Ferg.
Okay, then we would Puka Stafford?
Do we do May and Diggs? And then maybe not have maybe stand up somewhere else?
I may be interested in that. I'm interested.
I don't mind.
May plus 1 pass catcher and then see if we move up from somewhere?
What about Booty, though? Isn't he the deep guy, Donnie?
He's the deep shot, but every third down they get in kind of goes to Diggs.
So it's either Diggs or Booty. I'm fine with either one. And then we'll use our money left to move up off of either a Sutton or a Ferg or a Humphrey.
I think dump downs are going to be really important in this game, so just go Diggs.
Okay. And he's probably the most talented, and maybe he hasn't reached his ceiling yet, so maybe people will be afraid of it.
That leaves us how much left?
57 to get off Jordan Humphrey.
Yeah.
Well, okay, first thing, I would say switch the Broncos to the Rams defense.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. You play the Sam Darnold injured
Since narrative. We're doing the May stack, let's not go the defense against it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good work with a pick six.
Jared Verse has been quiet recently, but they have shown the ability to get to quarterbacks.
And if Pumpkin Darnold shows back up, this is how you play it.
Right.
So move up from low Jordan Humphrey now?
Yeah, so now I would say pick one of Humphrey or Sutton and move up off of them.
Okay. We can get JSN with this if we wanted to.
I might leave Humphrey and move Sutton to Puka. Honestly.
Okay. Well, take out Sutton, go to Puka, and see what we have left.
Take out Sutton and put Puka in at wide receiver.
Okay. I can do that.
And then that leaves us how much?
59.
50, let's see what we have at 59. Forget putting Humphrey in. Let's see what we have at 59.
Oh, okay.
Or sorry, it is 55.
Okay, so that would be Franklin.
We have May, so we could just go Booty if we wanted to. I love Shaheed this week. The Rams special teams is not good, and Shaheed could just take one again.
Just the question though, we would play Nakua, Adams, and Ferguson with no Stafford.
See, that's where I'm thinking maybe we just leave in Humphrey and use the money to get off of Ferguson. Go to Henry. Go to someone else.
Yeah, well, we could still afford Shaheed and get up from Ferguson.
Yeah, that's true.
So what if we threw Shaheed in there? Are we against that? Because I just think he's perfect for this week.
Not against it, no, because he's got the speed. He's got the speed to take one pass to the house, and if we're gonna pay up or pay down for a guy like that, that's the kind of guy I like to take a chance on.
So we take Ferguson out, and what do we have? We have 4,100 tight end.
That's
you can't
Barner.
Quite get to Henry.
If we take out Shaheed.
I was about to say if we left Humphrey in, we could do Henry, and I'd feel better about that.
Yeah. I'm not playing any Henry personally.
What if we put in Henry and we take out Diggs?
No, because I kind of want to have the stack.
Yeah, I want Diggs.
We're playing May, so I'm trying to get more New England in.
Yeah.
So yeah, take out Shaheed. He's a 34, and that's right at Humphrey.
Perfectly on Humphrey.
Damn. It works?
Like I think it just works, yeah. We get all the receiving from the Rams without needing Stafford, hoping May has like a rushing touchdown or the New England offense just puts up points against Denver.
Maybe I did the math wrong, but if we went to Denver's defense, couldn't we afford Kupp? I would like that more.
No, we can't. No, we'd be 100 off.
Okay.
And I don't really want to play Kupp anyway.
Well, I think Kupp is better than Humphrey, but maybe I'm wrong.
He is. No, he 100% is. I don't know how much Humphrey will play this week. That's the only thing that scares me.
I would obviously change this around, but just for time's sake, this is
the only other change I would make would be I would change May and Henry to Stafford and one of his tight ends. I could do this exact same lineup as a Stafford.
See, I have this lineup basically as a Stafford without. I don't have Humphrey, I don't have Diggs, but I made a Stafford stack with the tight end. That's where my personal's at. But I don't think a May stack's wrong. We just need some rushing upside from May as well.
And he's probably the only quarterback that can get there with rushing, which is interesting because those would be his own individual points. Like no one else. We're not really getting that from Stafford unless he throws to like an offensive lineman or something like that, where it's like, wow, that guy was so low owned that, So if May gets like, I don't know, 80 yards rushing or something, that really is going to separate at the quarterback position, I feel like.
Well, I mean, 80 yards rushing, It's
Yeah, I know it's a lot.
But I'm realistic and say he gets 50 yards rushing. That's 5 points. Is that 5 points going to make up for maybe a touchdown from Stafford? I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's the point, though. It's like he has more ways to earn points than any other quarterback. Because I don't even think Sam Darnold would really take off with that injury. So, anything else you guys want to mention? I know we don't really want to take up too much time unless we have to.
I think. I mean, the only thing I'll mention is because it's a guy who was getting snaps last week. Don't fool yourselves into it. Is Afton Chisholm's not a play anymore? If Matt Collins plays, don't play Afton. If Matt Collins is out at 800 in Showdown, you play Afton Chisholm. I just want to make that clear. If we get a random late scratch from Matt Collins unexpectedly, I'm jamming Chisholm in every Showdown lineup I have.
What is Holland in Showdown? Is he like viable to you as a Patriots fan? You know that offense well.
I think all the receivers in the Patriots offense are viable. I think you really just have to tell yourself which receiver goes off that day.
But I mean, if Hollins plays, you think he'll play closer to normal?
I think he'll get his regular work if he plays.
Okay, fair.
I have no details citing that. I just don't think Vrabel would put him back out there if he wasn't ready.
So your bold take is play Hollins if the Patriots activate him essentially. Gov's basically saying don't play J.K. Dobbins even though he's getting some steam that he might play.
I don't know if you have to play Hollins. I think you can play any Patriots receiver. But my bold take is if Hollins doesn't make it and can't go, you play Chisholm.
Yeah.
Just play the guy who's going to be on the field for him.
And I guess my bold take then would be to play Jarrett Stidham because I think you can do some really cool things and you can jam price points that most people cannot. And again, I might be biased, but I did win. And that one win that Jarrett Stidham has, I was also a winner that day. So I am biased on it. That was my one time I had a under 1% owned quarterback have a big cash for me in a lineup. So I understand my bias, but I do think Jarrett Stidham can keep this game close. And, at that price range, it does open some things up. Anything that you guys thought was mispriced or like that we didn't talk about that you want to get out to the people before we close up shop?
I can't find myself getting too many Denver guys. I really don't like Denver pricing.
Even though they put the wide receivers all sort of in the same range, I'm with you. Like if I don't have Sutton, I might not, or Humphrey, I might not have any Mims, any Bryant, any Franklin, any of that. Any Ingram, none.
That's what scares me, Gov, is they're all around the same price, so I know one of them will probably do well. But I'm almost to the point where it's like I got to hope that they just maybe they all have something and none of them pop because I don't know which one to go with. And I feel like whatever one I go with, he'll be the one that gets zero. And so I might just be off of that game entirely. Not off the game, but off the the receiving options. Because I could just see a bunch of dump-offs in that game. Like, I could see Harvey catching 6 passes in that game.
Yeah, I'd have to rewatch Stidham games to even know what I'm feeling about Stidham. It's been that long. I don't even know what he likes to target.
From what I remember, he liked to target Brock Bowers.
He wasn't there with Bowers.
Was he? I thought he was. Maybe he wasn't.
No, Bowers. He was Denver's backup last year.
Oh, that's the thing. It's truly unknown. I think it's that.
I don't remember what he did well. I don't.
Yeah, I think I have it locked in my head that this backup quarterback they like tight ends because so many, that's been the safety blanket for a lot of mediocre quarterbacks. But I think that's just my own bias.
He was there with Devontae Adams, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So you can see there's a lot of. And the sample size is not good on Stidham anyway. So even if we wanted to believe the upside, it's like the sample size is so small. What do you actually believe?
The only thing I know is Stidham is not a bad backup quarterback. That's all I know.
Yeah. So this will be the last one. When we wake up on Monday, what is the Super Bowl?
Patriots Rams 3.
The battle of the MVPs.
Yeah, it's too fun of a story. That's what I want. I want that story, so I'm rooting for that story.
I will say, if they both go to the Super Bowl, it'd be a cool year to give them co-MVPs. I'm not I don't know what will happen. Obviously, they say they've already voted, but
yeah, no, the
I know
votes have
the
been
Patriots. I don't know who comes out of the NFC. I really don't.
I don't either. I'm pulling a rabbit out of my hat. I think it's
like
Patriots.
If I had no bias against the quarterbacks, I'd say Seattle. But I have total bias for and against Stafford / Darnold. So
you think Seattle
for
should
me,
be favored?
Playoffs? For me personally, the playoffs, a lot of it comes down to just who has the better quarterback that day.
Yeah,
that's a lot of the playoffs lately, or in history, really. So that's where I lean. I lean to the better quarterback. I'm sorry.
Well, don't be sorry. Go turn off his camera. I think he's telling us he's got to go. He's got to get out of here.
I got to get ready to go too. Yeah.
Yeah, we all got to go.
Isn't for 20, but I do have to get ready to go. Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoy football because with all this uncertainty, it's going to create some kind of fun moments. Maybe we have some more Caleb Williams kind of fun moments at the end of the playoffs. That would be interesting to watch. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching us. Like and subscribe on your way out. We appreciate it. Take care, guys.
Peace out, everyone.